Moving on. Lesson number 8, have respect for metrics. Just make sure that you're using the right units of measure to track your real progress and your true success. As things were winding down toward the end of the contest, it was clear that I wasn't actually going to win. And people have been eager to say that other competitors had more to lose, so they could put up better numbers more easily. Several people said that the guy, our buddy Chad, was going to win because guys just have an easier time losing weight. And I hope I can say this on Daily Herald. I call BS on that. I was with these people week after week, and I'm here to tell you that all of us tried our hardest and things sorted out where they sorted out. It's as simple as that. None of us had any confusion about what the real prize would be, however. It didn't have as much to do with numbers on the scale as it had to do with transformational change of mind, of body, and of soul. And that can't be measured on a scale. The prize was, if it wasn't a totally blank slate, then it was certainly a substantially cleared slate on which we could make a fresh start. Yes, it's important to set goals and work toward them. It's really motivating to make a competition out of that pursuit being weight loss, because it adds a layer of motivation to the mix. But to measure my progress against others would be the wrong way to go. The most important thing is to realize that I dropped 5 dress sizes in 3 months. I lost 40 pounds, not to mention the 20 that I had actually lost in the fall before the contest began, which amounts to more than 25% of my total body weight gone since, the spring, or I'd say really the summer of 2017. I put these numbers up because it demonstrates that weight loss can be measured in a number of different ways. I actually increased the total amount of body water that I carried just for being hydrated better. That's an increase of 2 pounds. My lean muscle mass increased 2.5 pounds, so natural body fat mass lost. You see that these numbers, you can measure things however you want. It's kind of a gratuitous before and after picture, but one of the things that my sister actually pointed out to me that I really took to heart, it wasn't as much about the bloat and the paunch disappearing as it was about the smile reappearing. I thought that was pretty sweet. So lesson number 9 here is gratitude. Okay, I'm beyond grateful for everything that was showered upon us as contestants in the Fittest Loser contest, and all of the friendships gained as a result, on top of which just all of the lessons learned that I've talked about so far. I adore this set of pictures. Steve and I had not planned this. As you can probably tell from the top 2 pictures, this little spinning gesture came as a total surprise to me. Everyone ought to have entrance music for any event they attend. I highly recommend it. I also recommend having a friend named Betsy who will custom create a necklace for you, such as the one that I'm wearing in the pictures, that reminds you every time you wear it of something you've accomplished. If you need her contact information, just let me know. The last lesson that I can share with you today is self-respect, which is similar, of course, to pride, but it's a little less ephemeral. It has a more lasting form. Anyone can have the pride that it takes to make good decisions and be on their best behavior on any given day. The toughest part, not only about the Fittest Loser Challenge, but the days that follow, is consistency. It takes an ongoing sense of self-respect to resist temptation and make healthy choices day after day after day. I had to take some time after the contest concluded to figure out which habits I could sustain on my own and the ones that I need more help to sustain. I use the analogy of crutches and braces. Say you're injured, okay, and you need a crutch. You use that crutch to get you through to a point where you're strong enough to walk again on your own. It's temporary. If that injury never really goes away completely, though, you use a brace as an ongoing source of support. At the end of Fittest Loser at Work Challenge, you're going to be going back to life as usual, except you won't. You'll have a whole new outlook and set of expectations from yourself that you didn't have before, and that is both incredibly exciting and it's a little daunting. So with that, that's why I invite you back to this webinar space on April 23rd. I've learned a lot of tactics that I employ to this day that help me through times when I'm tempted to fall back on old habits. The working title is Maintain, Retain, Sustain, transforming tactics into habits that'll last. And with that, I hope you've enjoyed this presentation enough to sign up for another hour of my rambling. The number one tactic I'll tease you with now is to set micro goals that serve as milestones on this long journey that you have ahead. And with that, I'm happy to answer any remaining questions our audience may have. Let me take a look back here and see if there are any. I got to be honest, when I've been on webinars as participants myself, I don't honestly remember. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you so much. I'm starting to see some of the thank yous, but there was one question, if I can figure out how to scroll back, about a book. Did I talk about a book? I've got to be totally honest. I don't recall that if I mentioned a book, did I? You know what, let me give a little thought to that, and I'll send a follow-up maybe back. Oh, it's book club! Love in a Time of Cholera. I just mentioned it as an aside because it's an incredibly well-written yet very, very dreary book, and maybe it just was like, it foretold the 2 pounds of weight gain that I have after the fact. I was just making a dumb joke. I do see a question here. Can you please send the link for your blog progress album? I missed it. Let me see if I can do you one better and go back to the slide so I can show you the that bit.ly URL again. There it is. If for any reason you're not able to see what I've displayed on the screen, it is bit, spelled bit.ly /2 ENCOR and the number 8. I think everybody can see that, but just in case, I've read that now into the recording of this webinar, and you ought to be able to see this. Oh, thank you. And it's also in the chat window I can see for all to copy and paste. As for sending the deck, I think I'm going to have to rely on Lori and Kat at the Daily Herald to distribute this. I see that they will send it on out. Unless there's anything else, I'm happy to hand the control of our presentation back over to the Daily Herald.
Perfect. And can everyone hear me? Kirsten, can you hear me? This is Lori.
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. You're also on still too, so I just took over the microphone. So as you saw on the last slide, Kirsten will be speaking again on April 23rd. So Kat or myself will be sending you the information about that. But also want to mention that we have several events coming up, so be sure to visit those events, register for those events. We have many things from Elk Grove Park District, Push Fitness, Hoffman Estates, their Club Pavilion. And just a couple of events that are right around the corner. We have our Pop Pilates event at Elk Grove Park District on Friday, the 8th. And then we have our indoor 5K, which is next week. Just want to keep in mind that this is not something that you have to be at the entire time. What you'll see is a lot of people will come in maybe on their way to work. Maybe they want to come and, you know, walk the track or run the track, whatever you prefer. During your lunch break, or maybe you end your day early and you want to do it afterwards. We welcome you to come to that. Jewel Osco is going to be providing some healthy snacks and water, and it's just you know, a great event. So just one final thing is, as I mentioned, to just prove that you are listening to this webinar all the way through, you do get credit on your activity card, and today's password is goals. G-O-A-L-S, goals. So be sure just to write that down, webinar, and then the word goals, and consider that an activity point for you. So thank you all. We will see you soon. If you ever have any questions, you can reach out to myself or Kat. Kirsten, thank you again. You're awesome. Looking forward to April 23rd.
Ton of fun. I look forward to doing the next one.
Take care, everyone.